Chair would like to call to order the Ethics Committee. We have a relatively brief agenda. First order of business would be acceptance of the minutes that were sent electronically. The chair will assume that those are accepted, submitted unless there's an objection. They're good. The minutes are approved. We would roll call vote. No. We have a roll call. Let's find out who's present. Would the clerk please call the roll?
Representative
Here.
Representative Raecker.
Here.
Representative Kelly.
Here.
Representative Smith.
Here.
Representative Beatty. Here. Representative Raecker.
Here. Thank you. The business before us is to handle consideration of a complaint. The committee members will all receive a written copy of the complaint filed against Representative Clel Baudler. That was filed properly on January 31st. We have a copy of Representative Baudler's response to the complaint, which was received on February 8th. Ranking member Representative Kelly and I ruled on the receipt of the complaint to rule that it is indeed according to form. So that proceeds now that the complaint before us must be determined to be valid or not. Pursuant to House Ethics Rules 12C, for the complaint to be valid, there are threefold criteria. I'll briefly review those and we'll do the discussion. First, the facts. If they all hold true, and if we assume that they all hold true, do they establish a violation of a provision of Chapter 68B of the Code, or the House Code of Ethics, or the House Rules governing lobbyists? Item 2. That the conduct providing the basis for the complaint occurred within 3 years of the filing of the complaint. Clearly meets that objective. Happened in the last 3 years. Number 3. That the party charged with the violation is a party subject to the jurisdiction of the Ethics Committee. Clearly, Representative Baudler is subject to the jurisdiction of the Ethics Committee. So 2 of the 3 are very clear. What's left to determine is the first. Repeat it briefly. Is there a violation of a provision of Chapter 68B of the Code, the House Code of Ethics, or the House Rules governing lobbyists? That is the decision before us. Is there discussion? Chair Representative, recognize Representative Raecker.
Thank you, Mr. Chair, ladies and gentlemen of the committee. Having read through the complaint as well as the response from Representative Baudler, my opinion that it is not valid. And the reason that it's not valid is that the complaint does not establish anything in violation of our Code 68B, the House Code of Ethics, or the House Rules governing ourselves and our conduct. So with that, Mr. Chair, I would move the committee dismiss the complaint before us with prejudice as it fails to provide facts and circumstances necessary to be a valid complaint.
Is there a second? A second. Second. Clerk, call the roll.
Representative Custer.
Aye.
Representative Raecker.
Aye.
Representative Kelly.
Aye.
Representative Smith.
Aye.
Representative Beatty. Representative Raecker.
That resolves the complaint on a unanimous vote relative to there wasn't a violation in the area code for which we have approved. With that, I'd like to invite the ranking member to come.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Mr. Chairman, I have reviewed this ethics complaint as well as the response and analyzed all the relevant rules, statutes, and surrounding circumstances. And the circumstances surrounding the complaint have been widely reported in the media and involve the highly controversial issue of the effort to legalize the use of marijuana for certain purposes. The legislative process should be used to promote public policy. I believe that this committee should not be used as a forum by anyone in furtherance or in opposition to a controversial policy issue, nor should it devolve into such. To do so would create a precedent that would be damaging to the future of the Iowa House of Representatives and lessen the credibility of the bipartisan House Ethics Committee, whose charge it is to enforce the rules under its purview in Iowa Code Section 68B. The allegations in the matter before us do not relate to a provision within our ethics rules, nor a code section within the Chapter 68B. Furthermore, I want to thank you, Representative Kester, and all members of the committee for their efforts to work in a bipartisan manner on this issue and all the work of the Ethics Committee. I would like to add that I do support the modernization of the ethics laws and rules, and I welcome the coming bipartisan work this session as we further develop a proactive approach to ethics in the House of Representatives. Thank you.
Thank you, Representative Kelly, and I echo his compliments to the committee on holding our chamber to the highest of ethical standards and this committee to follow the rules as they are written. I look forward to working with you in the future on that matter. But that will be adjourned to committee.
Wow. I guess it's okay for lawmakers to break the law.
It's not unethical to break the law.
So if a lawmaker from California wants to come here and break the law to prove a point, that would be
It's
okay.
not unethical to break the law. That's amazing.
I'm going to tell that next time I get arrested.
Right, it's not unethical to break the law.
Yeah, quick word for
Wow.
Well, I guess it's not unethical to break the law. So that's what we heard today. It's official. The Iowa State House has said it's not unethical to break the laws in the state of Iowa. I would just like to re-comment. I guess it's not unethical in the state of Iowa to break the law if you're a lawmaker. That's what they just ruled here today. They just missed it. No ethics was violated. I don't see how that's even possible. I would at least thought we would, the next step, have an investigation. I guess that's not supposed to happen.
Okay, so what's going to happen next?
Well, I mean, there's nothing we can do as far as this. We got dismissed, so I'm definitely upset about the ruling, but it's and the comment made afterwards, like we were trying to make this a political thing. It wasn't. It was all about the rule of law. If you look at malfeasance, for example, any unlawful act in office is malfeasance. This was an unlawful act in office by an elected official, so I don't see how this would be made into a political stunt, because it wasn't.
Is it unexpected though?
Well, I thought pretty much 50-50 you would either be dismissed today or they would take the next step. I was trying to be realist about it. If you look at the Iowa Constitution as far as impeachment, which I think should happen, if you follow the Iowa Constitution, he should be impeached. But whether he will be impeached, well, obviously it doesn't have to be impeached.
Does it shake your confidence in the political system?
Yes, it does. And we had a Republican gentleman here last Thursday. He was from the Polk County Republican Party saying that he thinks Baudler's actions actually commissioned other lawmakers from other states to come to Iowa and break the law to prove a point. He was very upset about it.
Divided the vote.
Yeah.
Divided the people.
You can make that argument.
That comment about using this committee as a forum for controversial issues seemed to be directed at you.
I think it was. I mean, and we try to make this justify some spirit of the law. It wasn't about what law you're take it as a formula, just look at law you go to